What's good, peeps? Yet again. It is currently 8 a.m. as doing this. I usually do these in the morning because I know I won't be able to do them at all, probably even after 11 a.m. But today we're going to be reacting to GIGAN'S Infernal Bout ranking. Now, I haven't checked out Infernal Bout ever since it came out, so I'm probably gonna have no recollection. I think I only have like recollection of two songs, maybe. I think there was one about D-sides. There was one about Dark Bowser versus Bowser himself. I believe there was that. And then there was like this one about this, like maybe, wasn't it based on like the 80s show? Or like, I know it's like the old show, but like it had like the old Bowser design and stuff. That was like the only few I remember. And then the whole like first week, maybe. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that today. So, if I sound a bit either hoarse or just not feeling it, it is 8 a.m., bro. I just ate me some cereal. Yeah. So, yeah. And for, no, yeah, that's actually pretty much all I want to say for this intro. Felt like taking a little break from junk. You know what I mean? Had to get myself in the right headspace. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll pretty much, like, if y'all have like questions, I'll answer them if y'all want me to. I don't really care. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and the next video will not be a reaction, it'll be a ranking. And it's gonna be on a mod that I feel like nobody knows, at least in the ranking sphere, because I don't hear anyone talk about it at all. But yeah, this intro is getting too long. Let's get her done. And shout outs to Gigan, because this video will be good, because I honestly really like their content. I'm not even gonna lie. I like their Mario's Madness ranking, so I mean, what can go wrong here, you know? Let's get her done.
Hi. So this
What's
is a bit
good?
of a different video compared to my normal uploads, so I guess I have some explaining to do. Some of y'all may know me for uploading videos where I rank hundreds of FNF songs. I've always been a huge fan of making these. There's just something about placing the things I like in a numbered list, finding out what is the worst, what is the best, that I strangely find fun. There's just a sense of euphoria I get when finding out where these songs end up. There is one problem with these lists, though.
Sorry if there's
I don't
background
really
noise,
get
by
the
the way.
chance to explain why I like these songs, let alone why I like some more than others. It's an issue I've thought about for well over a year, sometime after I made my top 300 video. I couldn't simply go over every single song featured on those lists, as that would be an absolute chore to say the least. So I decided, hey, why not just go through certain FNF mods and make videos ranking the songs in their
I
respective
love these images,
OSTs.
by the way. They're so
I would still be
goofy,
able
bro.
to do what I like,
Yeah.
while also being able to fully express my opinions. While yes, that does mean having to also talk about the songs I don't like, it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. So without further ado, let's get into the first ever mod I will be covering on this channel. I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope to do more of these in the future. Infernal Bout. I remember seeing a teaser for this mod when it was first announced. I thought it was going to be a cute, small mod featuring an iconic Mario character. Nothing too crazy, but something I was willing to check out. Then I proceeded to hear nothing about it for over a year. But, when the mod did eventually release, yeah, wow, I was definitely blown away. When I think of regular Mario-styled FNF mods, aka ones that aren't creepypastas, I mostly think of ones that just consist of songs that are basically remixed covers of tracks from the original games. Infernal Bout, on the other hand, is something else entirely, and I am very much glad it is. After all, Bowser is one of my favorite characters from the series, and his music is a very big reason as to why, since his tracks are consistently a huge highlight in any game he's featured in. Yes, some of the songs are definitely inspired by some of these themes, but they don't feel completely derivative of their source material. Honestly, this mod is a prime example of how to blend the Mario aesthetic into the FNF style.
Yeah, I've heard that like they do that extremely well, where they take like Bowser's music or like really excuse me, like they take like Bowser's themes and like integrate them well into the FNF like music kind of style, which honestly Props to them though. You can tell they put like a lot of effort and a lot of care into this mod. It's just that some songs are good, some songs are bad, bro. You just gotta I guess face the facts, so to speak. I don't know, but I've heard they do that well, where they what do they say, transfer or translate the Bowser themes into the FNF style extremely well. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I said, I haven't checked this mod out since it came out, so I don't really have much to say on that matter. But yeah, and a reminder, I will criticize, by the way. So basically, this right here will probably be I guess, my reminder. So I'm gonna have to try and remember these songs and see, if I like them or not, or you know what I mean, or if I'm most likely not gonna remember. Like, if it's not Bowser, then I'm not gonna remember their names, bro. I assume most of it is Bowser, so I should be good on that end. But yeah, let's go.
So, in case you can't already tell, I have a strong positive opinion on this OST. So much so that even the worst of the soundtrack is still miles better than some of the worst songs in some of the more popular bigger mods. In fact, the overall high quality of these tracks made it quite easily my favorite mod during late 2023. Well, aside from a certain mod with a certain plumber, but I digress. Now, without further ado, let's get onto the list, starting with the D tier. These songs are basically ranked as low as they are due to a small number of glaring issues that greatly hindered their potential of being really good. So let's start with the worst song that this glorious mod has to offer. Like I just said,
Jesus Christ, bro, I peaked the mic, man. Not only that, but I have this junk on full volume. Yeah. So there's only 12 songs in this mod, really? I thought there was way more. I mean, to be fair, this video is 30 minutes, but I thought there was going to be way more songs than that. Alright, but I'm not going to know what this song is, aren't I? Because Jesus Christ, that scream was freaking visceral, bro. That sounded like they actually were getting stabbed repeatedly while a TV got smashed on their head. Like, bro. God, that was torturous. Alright, so yeah. I'm not gonna know what this junk is. I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to wake up, or not wake up. Sorry, I am woken up. I'm trying to be more enthusiastic right now. Let me just. There we go.
the songs that ended up this low are only here due to having at least one noticeable flaw that keeps me from thinking they're at least competent. So naturally, the last place spot is going to be for the one that I have the most gripes with. And in my opinion, no other song from this mod fits that description better than Flames. Yeah, so this is...
Oh, wait, isn't this one of the main weak songs, like the first ones? Or actually, is this the first song in the mod in general? Bro, I hope so, because I'm trying not to be an idiot right now, but isn't this the first song in the week, or is it the... Because I know Fury is third, no duh, but like, is Flames first or is it second? I'd probably have to listen more to the song for that, but yeah, I'll let so what I do for these things is thanks to Rosa, since the first reaction was very rough. I they told me to let the takes be like don't pause during the takes. You know what I mean? Like, just let them speak their mind, and then after it, then speak on what I have to say. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But if I pause it, it's mostly just for either joke reasons or just something I found, or I don't know, just goofy junk. But like, as far as the takes themselves, I'm gonna be basically just letting that play out. So what was that? I hear a knock on my door. Jesus Christ, I'm scary, bro. Wait, not me. Jeez, man. All right, let's go. Let's get her done. Let's get her. But let me wake up. Well, not wake up. This should make me more loud.
Kind of a hot take, because apparently this is the most popular song of the main week, or at least according to the polls, despite the fact I never hear anyone talk about it. And to be honest, I can see why no one mentions it when talking about this mod. Like the majority of Bowser's main week, this song is really lackluster. Let me start with the positives, because
Alright, sorry, already pausing, but is this just the instrumental? I thought there was gonna be vocals in here. I'm fine with that because I do that sometimes too. Not with the takes per se, but I do that with my shorts where I have the instrumental play instead of the instrumental vocals. Unless they don't have a separate thing, or unless I can't find it, then I just use the song itself. But that's like for like shorts specifically when I do that. But all right, dang, all right, I'm probably gonna have to just listen to it myself. But yeah, woo. Oh my, oh, we're already off to a bad start.
Do have some for this song. For starters, I really like Bowser's chromatic. It fits the Koopa King really well, and this deep booming voice he has really helps the melody stick and resonate anytime it's used. I do like some of the melodies here, especially when Bowser and BF duet near the end of the song. It sounds quite good and is easily my favorite part of this track. There's also a moment early on when the two sing back and forth to each other, which sounds really nice as well. Or at least before it becomes really spammy. Alright, let me get into my issues. First off, there are several times where BF sounds extremely weird. Like, he hits several of these long notes where his voice goes completely deep, and it just does not fit him at all. As for the melodies, while I like the way they sound on their own, when using the song itself, they don't flow well with each other. It really does feel like the composer just threw stuff at the wall and hoped something would stick. What makes this feeling worse is the fact that the tempo is way faster than it really should be, where it's just jumping from melody to melody without giving the track any time to breathe, so it makes the whole song sound messy. Lastly, the instrumental. I really don't like this guitar. It's much louder compared to every other instrument used here, to the point where it's about as loud as the actual chromatics, making it stick out like a sore thumb. What's more, it plays the exact same melodies that Bowser and BF sing, so it ends up smothering one of the two characters and adding to the overall messiness of the track. Yeah, this is a really clunky song, to the point where I can't enjoy a single moment of it, not even during the parts that I would actually like.
So long, Bowser.
Yeah, sure. I can understand the guitar part. I feel like the guitar being louder. I feel like sure it will kind of like override some of the vocals, depending on how they sound. But I feel like for an overpowering guitar, I feel like that works in terms of Bowser. I don't know. It could be just me, but I feel like an overpowering like guitar kind of works. The same melody thing, yeah. I was noticing. I was noticing the fact that it was kind of playing the same melodies because anytime like when the guitar was playing, the notes like fit the exact same thing. I was like, wait, what? I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't the only instance. Like, there's way more songs that do this, but I mean, like, it's not a bad thing necessarily. But that's like I feel like that's only when it happens for like maybe 2, 3, 4 turns. Like if you have it for like almost the entire song, then I don't know, bro. Like there are such things called counter melodies, bro. I'm just saying. But like, I can go for it. To be fair, I don't remember Bowser's chromatic like that, or BF's if there's any like specific one they use. But like, Jesus, cold in here. Like, bro. I don't know, but like I remember Bowser's chromatic being basically just like his voice, like his voice kind of sampled maybe, like not a tonals, but like they kind of feel like tuned to tonals just a little bit from what I remember. I don't remember a whole lot, but I don't know. I mean, I remember Bowser's chromatic being cool. It was fine from what I remember. BF, I don't remember him at all. I just assume they use his normal chromatic, but it doesn't seem that way. But yeah, I can agree with it. You know what I mean? I do like the instrumental, though. I like the instrumental. It's really good. It fits Bowser really well. You know what I mean? And the overpowering guitar, I feel like can work in some instances. Like for like if because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it fits Bowser to have an overpowering guitar. I guess I don't know. I mean, like it's GIGAN'S drinking, not mine, so I can't really, I guess, counteract it. Because it's not really a good point, to be fair. But yeah, so cool. Also, wasn't there like a song in here that had lyrics that didn't sound good? I don't know, bro.
So long. Man, I'm a bit disappointed with this one. When I first saw this song, I thought it was going to be an absolute banger, only to be greatly proven wrong. That being said, this song still has a couple of pros. Once again, Bowser sounds amazing here, especially whenever his turns include any sort of slides or long notes, which there are plenty of in this song. There's also a lot I adore about this instrumental. A lot of Mario related songs have used the N64 sound font before, but very few use the specific instruments that accompany Bowser's themes in Mario 64. And, to take it a step further, both the instrumental and some of the main melodies mimic the motifs of both Bowser's regular theme and his final boss theme of that game. They don't directly reference them, but you can tell there's some inspiration from those original songs. And as someone who's an absolute sucker when FNF songs do this, I greatly appreciate its usage here, especially since the final battle is one of my all-time favorite Bowser tracks to this day. That being said, I do have some issues with the other melodies in So Long, specifically when the song isn't clearly referencing its source material. A lot of them just end up being incredibly bland and forgettable, not really doing much to be interesting. For instance, after a minute into the song, there's this duet that Bowser and BF have, where one will sing the primary melody while the other is the backing chorus, and both sides sound really basic and empty, almost to a point where it feels broken and clunky. Also, this song feels way too calm. Like, the instrumental during the final third of the track sounds less like music befitting of this version of Bowser, and more like something you would hear in a waiting room before an important meeting.
This reminds me, bro. I love Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton's creations, bro. They're so good. They feel so like out of place. I love them.
Yeah, a reference. Say that again.
Not playing. Also, I forgot. Wasn't his name like Michael something? Was that Michael Bolton? No, or am I thinking of somebody else that plays Beetlejuice? I don't remember. I think is his name Michael Bolton, bro. I don't know why, but I'm fairly certain it is Michael Bolton. I don't remember, bro. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. But yeah, I can hear it. It feels more waiting room. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say it feels more kind of like elevator music, which is probably the same freaking thing. But like, I don't know. That's what I got from this. I'm trying my best to be like an actual. I'm trying my best to make an actual reaction here. It's just me talking.
Lastly, the length. So Long is the second shortest song in the mod, only outlasting the tutorial song, and it's not even reaching 2 minutes. All in all, this one kinda just exists, ending as quickly as it began and ultimately being a disservice for what I consider to be the more sinister iterations of the Koopa King.
That is but a taste of our...
That voice sounded familiar. Was that That is nothing but a taste of our fear. Is that? I don't know why I thought that was Cyborg. Is that so? Oh, yeah, but yeah, this one's gonna be Fury. I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not, because I know a lot of people love Fury, right? Like I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm pretty sure I was one of them too, because I remember loving the instrumental a huge ton, and I remember liking Bowser a lot in the song. I think BF was my main issue. I don't know. I don't remember that much, but like, excuse me. I believe BF was my main issue. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Fury.
I'm going to be completely honest here. Fury was...
I mean, to be fair, it probably could just be Kerry Payton doing his literal normal voice, bro. Because isn't that just what he does for Cyborg? That's just his normal voice, but pitched up, I guess. I don't know, but less manly. I don't know, bro. Sorry for that unnecessary pause right there.
super close to being amazing, to the point where it's genuinely frustrating how good this song could have been. For starters, this intro is incredible. While yes, it's just a series of long notes, they do an excellent job of creating an ominous tone that oozes of suspense. Additionally, I adore that choir that plays in the instrumental. Choirs are some of my all-time favorite inclusions in any song, which is why I find it disappointing how little I see FNF mods use them. Thankfully, Infernal BOUT is a...
Yeah, you can... I was gonna say, you can kind of tell this video was made longer ago, because I'm not gonna lie, I hear choirs in a lot more songs now. Because I was just about to say, are you sure? But then I forgot this. this video was like a year old, so yeah, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say I hear a lot of them. I wonder what is you guys' like favorite choir related usage in an FNF song. I wonder that because I'm not gonna lie, I have too many picks for that, and I don't know why. I don't know. Ever since I just said choir, I'm thinking of Overthrown from Friday Night Dustin. I don't know why. To be fair, it's probably because of that specific section where the choir doesn't that choir sing in a section or something like that. And I remember people not really liking that part too much. Yeah, I don't want to know what's you guys' favorite like choir usage in an FNF song. I do want to know that.
Huge exception to this. The rest of the song after this beginning portion is no slouch either. Both the instrumental and a lot of the melodies are extremely catchy, perfectly capturing the serious final boss feel of the song. And of course, I enjoy the inclusion of motifs of Bowser's themes from Mario 64, 3D World, and Bowser's Fury. I don't think I need to explain why they work so well here. So you might be wondering, after all the praise I gave this track, how did it end up as the third worst song in the mod? Well,
Jesus.
It's because of one problem I have with it. You know, just this one crucial detail.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to hear it.
Bowser's chromatic.
Never the freak mind. Dang it, bro! I thought I was gonna be a great comedian, bro. Nah. To be fair, I can't hear it, which is kind of like the issue, I guess, with this video that I'm currently having. Is I kind of wish the vocals were there, like, you know, I want to hear it. Come on, but like, I mean, I don't. To be fair, like because to be fair, I remember liking Bowser's chromatic in this song, and I thought BF was the problem. Maybe it switched. Who knows, bro? I want to scream so bad, actually, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Give me a second.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so I originally was gonna go outside to do this, but not only is there wind outside, of course, like very, very like convenient right there. But like, not only is there wind, but I probably would have been less loud because actually, if y'all don't know, boy, these trailer parks out here, boy, these junks. Well, I was gonna say dense, but I'm not. To be fair, I don't even know how to use that word like that.
Yeah, boy, high schooler right here.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna force myself to be louder, bro. All right, let's get her done.
God, what happened here? Look, I get wanting to.
Let me rewind it real quick.
Good God, what happened here? Look, I get wanting to give Bowser a different set of vocals for this song, both because it's a different form he turns into, and because the regular one is already used for over half of this mod's OST. But why is it that the version of Bowser where he becomes so pissed off that he goes on a kaiju-style rampage and causes natural disasters in his wake, the one where he sounds the most quiet? Not only does this chromatic just not fit him, it doesn't work musically either. It fits perfectly during the intro, yes, but the rest of the song is clearly trying to be very intense, and these vocals simply lack the power to enforce that tone, which leads to the song becoming very unsatisfying to listen to. It is a real shame that this track ended up dropping the ball this hard, especially when I can easily see myself loving the song if it wasn't for this glaring issue. Well anyway, with Fury being the last of the D tier songs in this mod, we can now move on to the C tiers. These songs are definitely much more solid tracks overall, but I either have one small critique with them that prevents me from liking them, or I simply just can't click with them at all, no matter how hard I try.
If you can finish this,
That voice sounds familiar too. I'm the voice actor connoisseur, so I should probably know most of these peeps' voices, but alas. But I was gonna say, to be fair, I don't hear. I probably should have just like listened to the OST before reacting to this. That probably should have been a better idea instead of doing this at like 8:30 in the morning. To be fair, it's 9 now, but probably should have did this in the just probably before this. Whatever, bro. I already started, so yeah, I can go with it. Well, I can't really say that, but I was gonna say like, yeah, sure. I love that instrumental though. From what I was hearing, that sounded peak, bro. That sounded beautiful. Yeah. I'm not really sure what else to say there, to be honest. Let's go, I guess.
Coming with me.
Yes.
Wait, what?
If you can finish this, you're coming with me.
God, that voice sounds so familiar, bro. It's gonna kill me that I don't know that voice. It's gonna irk me that I don't know it, bro. I'm sorry. It's just gonna bug me, bro. I'm probably gonna be thinking about that the entire way through this tutorial song right here. I do remember liking it though, to be fair. So let's get her done. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. Loud. Okay.
Yes, you're seeing this right. I do think the tutorial is better than any of the songs in D tier. While it is simplistic in nature, and it is also the shortest song in this mod,
I'm sorry, but I love this background, bro. This background looks so clean.
this track has a lot of charm to it. I like the parts where GF does the classic left, right, up, down. Sure, they're incredibly basic melodies, but I still believe they have a bit of catchiness to them. I think her switching to a normal singing part is cool in concept, but is very bare bones in execution. Granted, I shouldn't be expecting.
Sorry, but another pause. But I also remember liking GF's voice acting in here. I'm not sure who did the voice acting, but I remember liking her voice a lot in this song too.
More from the song that is literally called Tutorial Warm-Up Mix, but that does mean it's not going to fare well against the other songs in this mod that actually have engaging melodies. I do enjoy GF's chromatic a lot. It's similar to BF's, but is more feminine, which is perfect for her. Thankfully, there is a song we'll get to later that does an excellent job utilizing it. Lastly, the instrumental. I like how it combines sounds from the base game with things like the coin sound effect and the barking of chain chomps. I also adore the Super Mario World sound font in some of the instruments as well. Overall, I really appreciate how much of a vibe the song is. It allows the track to have its own identity that is widely different from the rest of the OST, while also serving as a good prelude to the main week and a great representation of the more wholesome aspect of BF and GF's relationship.
The princess is in another castle. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be a Peach thing. But oh wait, no, wait. Isn't that a Sonic Boom reference? Okay. No, it's probably not. I'm probably being a stretch. The princess is in another cast. I can't do Q-Bot's voice for the life of me. I forgot who voiced him too, bro. Nah. All I know is that Kirk Thornton is my goat, bro. I love Shadow and Orbot, bro. Two vastly different voices to me. Sorry, another tangent for another day, bro. But I was gonna say I like how like calm and like almost like heartwarming the instrumental felt like in that tutorial mix. Like it felt like GF is just wrapping her arms around BF, like kind of like a baby. Like you know how like when parents try to teach their baby how to walk, they'll like hold their hands up in the air and like kind of shove them to the front and be like, all right, you got it. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like in this one. Which, to be fair, is probably a weird thing to say, but like it feels like she's just walking you through. She's like BF's the baby, GF's the mother, bro. She's like, come on. Like even though BF, we already know, bro knows how to spit that hot fire. You know what I mean? But like, hey, I mean, I don't know. It's just like a beautiful sight to see. You know what I mean? It's pretty much very like a cute couple type thing. Like you don't see this every day. Which, to be fair, they're a fictional couple. Of course, they're going to be great. They're always going to be by their side. Of course, bruh. Like, hey, that's all I gotta say, bruh, on that matter. But yeah, let's continue.
Crowned. Yeah.
Oh wait, they did a her name's Bowsette, right? Is it Bowsette or something? I know I've seen this like thing. The only reason why I know she exists is because of Mashed. Y'all know that one like animation channel where like they have that one dude as like every single voice at this point. I forgot his name, but I know he voices every Sonic. Like he did Parappa at one point. Like it's all, like he's on basically every Mash video at this point, bro. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I'm pretty sure that's not where this originated from. But this is where I got I guess that first glimpse of what she is because of the whole crown thing. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah. If this song is good, bro, I'm gonna cry.
We're gonna be shocked that this song is this low, but hear me out for a second. While this song is not one of my favorites for this mod, I do still have plenty of praises for it. For starters, the main melody of this track is incredible. I love how overall bouncy this part is, and the way those slide notes are incorporated into the main motif is extremely satisfying. While the other parts of the song are good too, they just don't hit as hard as the main chorus.
I love that idol. I'm not even gonna lie. I love her idol.
That plays throughout the track is such an earworm, especially at the beginning. The use of sound effects from the new Super Mario Bros. Games adds so much charm to the song, and the inclusion of the iconic ba samples are just perfect. So you might be asking, why don't I like this song? Well, it's due to two things. For one, Bowsette's chromatic. While they're nowhere near as bad as Fury Bowser's vocals, hers are a bit too scratchy for my liking. Don't get me wrong, there are way worse chromatics in other FNF mods, but this one is definitely not my cup of tea. Second, I'm not a huge fan of this key change. It's at the very tail end of the song, and it just repeats the same melody that plays right before it, making it feel completely redundant.
Yeah, Jesus. I was gonna say, like, I do have problems with key changes, like, especially if they're not, like, not perfected. That's too much. I was gonna say, like, if it's not, like, I guess, leading up, like, if it's not if there's not a reason for it being a key change, then why is it there? Like, I always felt like key changes are so unnecessary unless it's needed. Like, I can't really think of a good example of a good key change at the moment. I'm not sorry. Well, no, wait. I was gonna say, doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That would have probably just been more praise for trying strong, bro. There would have been no reason for that. I'm not even gonna lie. But I can't really think of a song that has like a good key change at the moment. I'd probably think of something else. Probably by the end of this recording, I'll be thinking of 1,500 songs that have a good key change in it. But like, I don't know. I just feel like key changes are not necessary unless like it's like needed for like maybe emotional impact or maybe like a final battle. Like, I feel like unless it's like an impactful reason or an emotional reason, then there's no reason for it. Like, sure, sometimes they still go hard, even when they're not like for anything. I guess in a finale sort of thing. But I don't know. I just never thought that, like, why would they need a key change? You know what I mean? Like, I felt like it didn't. It felt so unnecessary. But whatever. I'm gonna let this take play out.
That being said, I was not expecting a Bowsette song to sound this good, and I can completely understand why this would be someone's favorite, along with the next entry on this list.
I can build another cat.
All right. Oh, I thought this was gonna be the Sonic Boom reference I was talking about. But yeah. I'm sorry, but like, I'm trying. I'm really trying to like actually dig in through these takes. It's just that I wish the vocals were there so I can actually, I guess, more so judge or criticize these takes, because I can only hear the instrumental, and the instrumental pretty solid from what I've heard. It does kind of feel like C tier territory. It's not basic, but it's not really, I guess, complex or intermediate, or not intermediate. What the frick? Like, it's not. There's not much going on, but for an instrumental, it's pretty solid, I guess. I will say I do love the like sound effects they add to it. They feel pretty much perfect. You know what I mean? Very minimalistic, but perfect. You know, like, not too much, not too little. But yeah. I just kind of wish I can comment more on the takes, but you know, to be fair, I probably should have just listened to this OST before and ranked it. That's probably just a bad oopsie on my end, bruh. So I can't really blame anybody but myself at this point. So yeah, hopefully I can actually put more input into these reactions, because they suck so much bukkake, bro. Not even gonna lie. I mean, hey, it's one way to pass the time without any internet, which is still surprising to me. Like, bro, it's been so long. We moved here like in the beginning of this year. I find that kind of funny that we like still don't have any internet yet. And we've been here for like almost like what 6 7 months. Shut the fuck up. But like you know what I mean. I don't know. I just find that funny, but we may move on.
But you can't build another princess.
Rapland.
Here it is. Here it is. This was the song that this was one of the songs that I actually remember off the top of my head. I love this song a lot. I believe if I would have ranked this one, I probably would have put it maybe high B, low A. I love this song. I love how like it just fits this like vintage style so well, especially the instrumental and Bowser's chromatic here. Bro, it's just so funky, bro. I love this song so much. But we'll see what happens here, because I actually remember this song very vividly, so we'll see.
And oh man, was this one super close to having been one of my favorites. While it is my least favorite of the 4 songs included in its respective poll, I was surprised with how poorly it did. For starters, just the concept of the song being based on the Mario Super Show is already super cool, and it honestly turned out way better than I could have expected. King Koopa sounds amazing. Not only does this...
Oh, whoops, sorry. My fault. Sorry about that.
Chromatic fit perfectly, but it works well with the calmer rhythms of the song. Speaking of which, the melodies here are great, being sung at just the right tempo to where they sound super groovy and expertly carry that 90s rap vibe the track is clearly going for. But the crown jewel of this song is once again the instrumental. The combination of the specific instruments used here, in tangent with the various Mario sound effects, replicates the style of the original cartoon's music to the T. Now, again, you might be wondering what is keeping me from liking this song. Well, I feel it is a bit too repetitive. After both Koopa and BF sing all their melodies the first time around, the song kind of just repeats those same singing parts with very little differences between them.
Yeah.
Given that the tone of this track is quite calm, it leads me to start losing interest by the second go around.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really do think if it included 1 or 2 more additional melodies that were completely unique from the rest of the song, it would give the track the push it needs for it to be really good. Now, with that said, it's time to say farewell to the C tier, and say hello to the B tier. Now we're getting to the songs I actually do like from this mod. Oh, and when I say B tier, these songs are realistically a high B tier. Like, these songs were incredibly close to being in the A tier, but I felt that they just didn't quite reach that level of greatness. And also because these songs are very similar in terms of their quality.
Well, you can't blame you.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. For the repetitive kind of thing, I feel like for that song, for Rapland, to be fair, I love the song a lot, so it's kind of biased. But if the only like issue is it being repetitive, I feel like they could go in B tier maybe. Like I don't know, it feels like more like a B tier song if that's like the only issue, and that issue isn't that really, it's not that permanent. Like it's not that. I guess it's a bit of a glaring issue if you like actually like really pay attention to the song. Like to be fair, I don't really care because I love the melodies in the song so much. They just are so vibey. I'm sorry, but like so in terms of the repetitiveness, the repetitive-esque, I guess I didn't really mind it too much. But to be fair, I'm not a great ranker either. So like, but like I feel like in terms of Rapland, it could potentially still be a B tier on your end. That's if Gigan watches this, But like, if I don't know, I feel like if that's like the only issue and everything else is fine, then I don't know. I feel like it could be B tier still, maybe. I don't know, but like it depends on how they view like repetitiveness. If it's like they don't really they hate. They like despise. They want to destroy repetitiveness with their bare hands. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'm not a good ranker, so I'm not too sure on this. But yeah, well, let's see what these B tiers are. These high B tiers. So I'm gonna assume I don't know. I have a feeling that the one that I'm talking about, the lyric one, I have a feeling that one's gonna be like almost in the top 3, but barely reaches it. To be fair. I don't know. I don't remember that song too much. I think it's a D-sides thing. I wonder, where does the one with the Dark Bowser and Ink Bowser... I mean, not Ink Bowser, sorry. Dark Bowser and, like, Bowser itself. I wonder where that's going to be.
With a piece of paper.
Dog-eared. Before I begin working on this ranking, I never really saw anyone talk about this one.
Wait, there's a Origami King song in here? I wonder, is this a collab with the Origami King mod that like What didn't it update recently? Not recently, sorry. Isn't there like going to be an update recently? Oh my god, not recently. Isn't there going to be an update? I'm pretty sure there is, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain though. But dang, there's really a. All right.
Geared.
Oh, whoops.
Before I
Didn't mean to
begin
grind
working on
that.
this ranking, I never really saw anyone talk about this one. But judging from the comments during the polls, it's clear that I'm not the only one that thinks this song is really good, much to my relief. Bowser's Chromatic is once again the same one that was used in Flames in so long, as well as 4 other songs in this mod that I'll talk about later. But seeing as how I enjoy these vocals, I don't mind this inclusion here one bit. And like those other songs, the Koopa King still sounds really good. In fact, this is probably my favorite use of the regular chromatic in this mod. I also really adore the instrumental here. That piano is so good! I am genuinely stunned with how beautiful it sounds in this song. Like, I seriously cannot put into words how amazing it is. It's just that good. Those violins are also lovely to listen to as well. And the sound of the airship's cannons firing to the beat of the music is also a wonderful detail. The melodies here are utterly fantastic. They are incredibly bouncy and filled with lots of energy. I also just really enjoy how both Bowser and BF use them. You have your usual duets where one will sing the primary motif while the other's the backing chorus, but there are other times, especially during the more calmer moments in the song, where one character will sing a melody, and then the other character will chime in at the tail end of their opponent's turn. It allows the song to have a consistent momentum throughout it, and prevents the track from losing its liveliness during those more mellow parts.
This part sounds amazing. What
the
the
key
frick?
change at the end of the song is glorious. It takes everything I already love about the song and makes it all the more energetic. I shouldn't be surprised that a song based on Paper Bowser ended up here, considering that the team behind this is also responsible for that Origami King mod. And while I haven't looked into that mod yet myself, if that OST is anything like dog-eared, I'll happily check it out when a new update for it releases.
Okay, so I was right. All right, cool. So like, but yeah, I am pretty sure that there is going to be a I almost said re-release. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an update to this mod because I remember seeing news that like they're actually doing the update. Because I remember when I saw this mod originally, I'm pretty sure I liked it. Like it wasn't one of the best things out there, but I'm pretty sure it was solid from what I remember. I remember my favorite song being I believe they were on a dance floor or something, like a rave party or something like that. I remember liking that song a lot. I don't know, but like, yeah. Okay, I'm starting to get more louder. To be fair, it's mostly fueled by me. Like, I guess mostly we're just laying on the bed, and then my siblings are sleeping like all the way on the other side of the house. So I don't know, bro. Maybe I don't know. I guess that's just fueled it. But whatever. I'm gonna be loud in here. All right, let's go. Let's get her, bro.
You almost dented my.
Sorry, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I agree with the takes, mostly on the instrumental, because I love how bouncy it feels. It feels very. I don't know. It kind of feels charming to me. Like it feels. I don't know. It just feels like very like, pretty much like a love letter to the to the original game, the Paper Mario game, right? I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. But like, it feels very much like a love letter to it. It feels very charming. I don't know. I love it a lot. And not only that, I just love how Bowser looks in this. He looks so freaking stupid. I love it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that never mind. I was just gonna say the same thing over and over again.
Shell Shocker. This is my favorite song from the main week, and it's not even close. While the tutorial was basically the prelude to the week, Shell Shocker is honestly the perfect introduction for what is to come from not only the first 3 songs.
Okay, so yeah, this is the first song right here. All right, so Flames is the second. All right, so Shell Shocker, then Flames, and Fury. Got it.
But all of Infernal BOUT as a whole. From beginning to end, this track perfectly embodies the whole Bowser aesthetic, which, given what I said in the intro of this video, is right up my alley. Even more so in this case, since Shell Shocker does a fantastic job capturing the style of Bowser's main theme from 3D World, which is up there as one of my favorite themes for the Koopa King in the entire series. So hearing those super jazzy instruments play throughout the song was nothing short of a treat, but not even the instrumental can surpass the greatness that is the glorious rendition of the World Bowser motif. The way it plays as the choir chimes in is nothing short of pure awesomeness. Top it off with a Bowser chromatic that I've sung nothing but praises for this whole video so far, and this song has the whole package. That being said, I will admit this song doesn't try to hide the fact that the reference is the main highlight of the track. While the other melodies are a bop, they don't reach the heights of that iconic motif, to the point that the song feels a bit too dependent on it. Do I think it's a big issue? No, absolutely not. It's the main focus of the song for a reason, and a damn good one at that. I mean, just listen to it. Ain't no way I'm gonna resist dancing to this part. This song is
You know what? Absolutely agree, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That had me dancing, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. Bowser was hitting that though. Hey, bro. For a freaking humanoid turtle, well, not humanoid. For an anthropomorphic turtle, bro. That man was hitting that jump. I'm talking about something. Hey, hey. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, from what I had a glimpse of that, because I'm trying to at least put the Bowser and BF chromatic in my head now. I mean, to be fair, BF is just normal, but trying to put the Bowser chromatic in my head for like maybe like Flames and Fury, and no, sorry, not Fury, just Flames and the song before was it Dog Days or something like that. I'm trying to put those in my head right now, but yeah, that part did sound very funky. It did sound very groovy. I'm assuming they said that was the main melody. Like the main motif that they're focusing the song on. Which, to be fair, I barely play games, bro. Like, not just because I only have a phone, but because like I'm not even that interested in them. I feel like FNF is like the only game that I'm still into for like the past 4 or 5 years. That's like the only thing. Besides that, I'm not even in anything else. Like, I'm not in like anything basically mainstream related, like any AAA games, not even junk like Hollow Knight and Cuphead. Like, there's just nothing that I really vibe with besides FNF. Like, at least in terms of long term. Because like games that I do try to play, I always get bored of them between like a week and maybe 3 months at best. Which sucks because I actually want to get into more things in the future. But, oh well, that's just how my brain is made. But yeah, a little tangent there. Let's continue on with this thing. But I did like that part. It did sound very good. Bowser was hitting that jump, bro.
truly an earworm, and it deserves the immense amount of popularity it gets. But why stop at one shell shocker when you can have two?
He doesn't.
Also, sorry. Okay, that was a good pause. I was gonna say, who's the dev team again? Like, didn't he mention? I'm not sure if these are the same dev team, like the same devs, but I'm pretty sure he mentioned there's some correlation with like the Paper Mario Origami King thing, which honestly, let's go, because you know that, hey, if this OST is that good, let me see that mod then, bro. I should probably go back to it. To be fair, the only thing I guess Mario FNF related that I've ranked at least recently was Super Mario Galaxy, the one made by SPG, you know, the same guy that did the Funkin' Remnants thing, bro. I freaking love that mod. So, and to be fair, I haven't checked out the Mario Galaxy mod that he made in like a while. So I know it's not called that, Super Funkin' Galaxy, right? Bro, I'm sorry, but Toad Brigade is the best song. Like the recent version. Well, yeah. The recent version, like the most recent one. Sorry, well, no, the one. Oh my god, the one before the recent one, like the one before the update. I believe it's V2 or Demo 2, something like that. But but Toad Brigade is the best song by a landslide to me. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Not even gonna lie, bro. Like, hey, the mod is good, don't get me wrong, but Toad Brigade just goes on another level. I feel like Toad Brigade Erect kind of tones down that specific reason why I loved it. It was probably because it was Electro Swing related, I guess. But like, I don't know, bro. It just kicks up the notch by 11. Very, like random, like not needed. But I'm sorry, but like, it's whatever, bro. We're almost done.
Exactly what I do, but better.
Shell Shocker D.
Oh, okay, there it is. I was wondering what a D D side song was gonna. Did they remaster BF entirely? Why does it look like he's a whole different? Why does he look like? Ew. I'm not okay. I'm sorry. I don't like that front hat thing. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Oh. I'm sorry, but like seeing BF with his hat on the right way just does not look right. And also another thing, why does the D side Bowser thing, like, I know he's supposed to be huge, but why does his lines way thicker than them two? I don't know, bro. It's probably just the weirdest thing. And I do love the axe though. And GF is pretty cute.
Expecting to see in this mod, the last one I was thinking would show up was a D-side remix. If you want to know my general thoughts on D-side songs, the gist of it is I only really like them if they either improve upon or are different enough from the song they're based on, to the point where I prefer the remix over the original. This specific remix mostly falls into the latter.
Sorry for the pausing, by the way, but is D-sides like the most popular remix mod? Like before Redux, because I know Redux got so much popularity, specifically probably for the EXE stuff, which it's fair, I guess, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I will say I feel like I guess the main FNF like weeks, I guess, feel way better than the EXE stuff, which is probably a weird hot take maybe. But I don't know. I just don't vibe with Try Harder, Execution. Like, I don't vibe with those as much as like stuff like Blammed. I don't know, bro. Forget like and Boom Bash, So Retro, surprisingly. Like, I don't know. I just don't vibe with the EXE as much as like those songs, bro. I'm sorry. I'm standing by that till I die, bro. That also reminds me, bro. Try and Trong put two songs that I don't care for and made it the best song in the mod to me. They made Try Harder and Zipper Bomb, bro, into a peak song. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like Zipper Bomb either. Like, it's not just because like they feel very Nexus coded, which I love Nexus's like instrumentals, specifically like his usage with like the sonic instruments, I guess. Like, bro, he utilizes them so well. I'm sorry, but like, bro. But like, I feel like in terms of Zipper Bomb, I feel like it's the lyrics that tone it down to me too. Like, there's something about FNF lyrics that feel like if they're not, I guess, not perfected. Don't get me wrong, I don't need it perfected. But like, if they're not like, I can't even say sung badly anymore, because like most of them aren't even like sung most of the time. They're mostly like, I guess, not spoken to, but I guess rapped or like conveyed. I don't know, but like there's something about those like lyrics in FNF that just, I feel like if they're not, I can't say perfected either, because then I'd just be mostly kind of scummy, but like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, I don't want to compare it either, because that's going to feel weird as well, to compare it to songs that like probably don't even correlate whatsoever. But like, I don't know, man. Sorry on that whole thing. Whatever. Let's get her done. This is Bowser. We're not talking about lyrics, bro. We're talking about Bowser, bro.
If there's one thing this song does outright better than the original Shell Shocker, is that it has more catchy melodies that can stand on their own without having to rely on the 3D World reference.
Excuse me.
Speaking of which, while that motif is still used in the song, it's definitely not as much of a highlight as it is in the regular Bowser song. On the subject of the Koopa King, or lack thereof, Bowser is interesting. While I do at times wish the character for this song was an actual Mario character, like say maybe Bowser's brother or Midbis, his chromatic is still quite good, and it further adds to the distinction between both songs. I also like how the instrumental uses a lot more chiptune, and the instruments like the trumpet and saxophones, while they still carry that jazzy tone of the original, sound a tad more serious here. I also really like the use of the level clear motif at the end, as it gives the track a bit more of a finality to it, especially since it's not long after the main event of the song. Speaking of which, it's time to talk about the rapping section. This is easily one of my favorite lyrical sections in all of FNF. Considering how I know practically nothing about Bowser as a character, the lyrics do a good job portraying him as someone who's quite cocky, but is still a fearsome enemy and not just some pushover, and this feeling is further emphasized with that beautiful choir harmonizing in the background. I love how he's actually rapping for several turns, rather than just singing one time like in Too Slow D-Side or in Untold Loneliness.
Hey, bro, don't joke with my boy. Too slow D-Side. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a hot take either. Probably is, but I prefer the old version by a landslide. There's just something about the old version that I feel like the lyrics were portrayed very well. Like, they're very to the point. Like, they're very straightforward. Because I feel like in the newer one, like, I feel like that's basically just, like, his point. Was that, like, he doesn't like how there's, like, I guess they're just singing once. I don't know. I kind of prefer that. At least in Too Slow D-Sides, I guess. I'm not sure in like any other song at this point. I can't think of any. But like for example, which is probably biased, but Freak Poster, how basically Yellow sings for like almost the entirety of the song. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. I'm pretty sure they're talking about that. But I don't know. I just prefer Too Slow D-Sides and Try Harder. I feel like I just vibe with it more. To be fair, the Try Harder sounds way cleaner. You can tell it's way more updated, way. You can tell they put a lot of improvement in it. I just prefer Too Slow D-Sides because I just vibe with it more. I don't know. Probably a very dumb thing to say, but whatever. No, he brung it up. I had to say something about it. But I will say I currently, as of this song right now, I know I paused it, but like, I'm kind of digging the lyrics, I guess. I'm not sure who voiced it. I'm not gonna say what he sounds like, but I'm not sure who voiced it, but they're doing a pretty decent job currently. You know, I feel like they're portraying Bowser as like a very like not rebellious, but more so of a reckless nincompoop. I don't know, bro. Like he just fits that sort of thing. Like I believe I said it with like what was it? 1X, I believe. I believe I said it with 1X. How he kind of no. Guess 666 in my Hello John Doe ranking. How I said he sounded like kind of very like rebellious and like a renegade. I can kind of hear that in Dowser. I don't know. Probably a way too long pause, but you know me.
Honestly, I think it's just a really cool detail that he references the titles of various other songs in the mod. While I don't think this song has the highs of the actual Shell Shocker, this remix is way too good and offers so much more than the original song ever did, to which I say it deserves to be placed higher on this list.
Alright, here we go, top 3. So yeah, the Dark Bowser and Bowser song is in top 3. I forgot what it's called. Wasn't it called like Final Fight? Watch it be like a whole different, like way different thumbnail title than that. Well, we'll see. Let's see what this top 3 is. Let's see. Bro, can unpause when I tell you to unpause.
Rage Party. Oh boy, do I have a lot to talk about here. Well, to start, Rage Party is similar to Shell Shocker in that it is heavily based on another official Bowser theme, with this track's instrumental replicating the style of Bowser's Rage stage, while also greatly referencing the original song's main motifs in its primary melodies.
Jesus Christ! God. Bro, this art looks fantastic. What the freak? Why do I not remember this at all? God, this art looks beautiful. That background is sick. Jesus. God. Oh my lord, bro. They upscale. God. Who the frick did they hire for this, yo? Let me hit them up. No, I'm playing. But God, this... I'm sorry, bro. This art looks so good. Jesus Christ.
And yeah, while I do think the song relies a bit too much on these references, if I'm being perfectly honest, I kind of like it more than the original theme from one.
No, okay, now actually I'm pretty sure this was for a community game thumbnail. Never mind, I'm probably an idiot.
Rage Party just has this intensity to it that I absolutely love. Hell, this is basically what I wanted Fury to sound like, if the song actually had a good chromatic. Speaking of which, even though Castle Bowser's chromatic is basically just the regular Bowser vocals with a filter over them, it still sounds quite good, especially whenever the Koopa King has to sing really fast. All the melodies in the song, both the original ones and the references, are an absolute bop. The back and forth between Bowser and BF really do make the song feel like a serious and intense battle. I also especially love the duets in this track. There are times when BF is singing the primary melody while Bowser's just pumping up the crowd to the beat of the song. It's a small thing, but adds so much to the concert-like setting of the track. The rock-like style of the instrumental further emphasizes this feeling too. And whilst on the subject of the instruments, take a wild guess at what can be heard in the background of this song that makes me love it even more. That's right, it's another glorious use of an amazing choir. What I absolutely love about this one in particular is just how haunting it is as it repeatedly sings chants throughout the entire duration, adding even more to the overall imposing presence of Bowser in this song. Now, so far, it's clear why I already like this song, but considering how most of my praises for it can be applied to my other favorites in this mod, you might be wondering, why does this one get to make it into the top 3?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm another pause, but did Mario Wonder, did Super Mario Wonder come out? Like when did the Mario like Wonder thing come out? Because I'm pretty sure this mod came out in what, like 2020? I want to say 2023, 2024, right? Because I don't remember this not mod. Sorry, I don't remember Wonder coming out till like 2 years ago, right? I don't know. I don't know why I got confused. Because like, to be fair, I probably should have guessed it from the Bowser himself. The design that they use is from Wonder, but I don't know. I got it from the elephant, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. I'm such a. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say that. But whatever.
Well, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Literally. The use of Elephant BF in this song is ingenious. First off, the way the song builds up suspense and tension right before the transformation makes the moment when it actually happens stand out so much more. Additionally, it allows the song to keep going without it getting stale, carrying the hype and energy of the track for even longer. As for Elephant BF himself, I love the fact that a trumpet now plays whenever he sings. It's such a simple addition, yet it's a perfect callback to how songs in Mario Wonder add trumpets to its music whenever the elephant fruit is equipped. Now, with all the praises I have for Rage Party out of the way, there is something quite big about it that's holding it back for me. It's the second phase. While it's cool in concept, and I do enjoy that fade-in that allows the song to ramp back up in intensity, it's essentially more of the same stuff from the first phase, except in a different key. I really wish this part had something new, because at least then, it makes the length of the song being 4.5 minutes feel more warranted. Well, anyway, that's all the songs in B tier. Now it's time for the one singular A tier of this mod. But before I move on, I just want to quickly say something. No, Rage Party is not a cover. I've seen too many people claim that this song and others from this mod are just the original Bowser themes with F&F vocal slap on top of them, and that's just not true in the slightest. Yes, this mod's OST does take a lot from its source material, but by no means are those songs from the games identical to the ones in this mod. While tracks like Shell Shocker, Fury, Rage Party, and the song I have yet to talk about are filled with references, there are still huge portions of each of those songs that are completely original. It just frustrates me how so many people are willing to make such an accusation, as it not only creates an unfair judgment towards this OST, but it also creates this false narrative that the composers couldn't be bothered to make something original, and that just isn't right.
Yeah, I understand that. To be fair, I'm not a composer, so I can't really put my own, I guess, take on that. But like, I can see why. I can understand why people say that it sounds like a cover. But to be fair, to be fair to that, to be fair, I don't hear the vocals though. I don't know, man. And to be fair to that, to be fair, I haven't listened to like anything Mario related, like officially, probably since the. Actually, yeah, probably forever, to be honest, because I don't think I've played any Mario game besides Mario Kart Deluxe and what else? I want to say Mario Galaxy. I think I'm not too sure actually. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think I played anything Mario related besides those two games. So yeah, I'm not really a big Mario guy, so I don't really know what all of this is. But I can understand why people say it's a cover, I guess, because as you stated, you said there's like they, I guess, not rely, but they do use the like the Bowser themes and Mario theme and like stuff like that a lot in the song, but they integrate it well to where it's like, I bet, you know what I mean? And they also do add a little bit of spice, you know what I mean? A little bit of habanero, a little bit of like, what I'm saying, that paprika, and they add something original to it, to where it makes it like, not just using those themes. They actually have actual melodies, excuse me, actual like good sections in there that feels way out of like left field. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the? You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. So like, I get it, but nah, I don't know. To be fair, like, to be fair to that, like I just said, I don't know. I don't know Mario, bro. Let's go. Let's get her done. We like literally got 2 more sections, and this is probably the longest reaction I've done. So, oh boy, doubled this length.
Lethal Lava Cruise. When I first
All right. Another pause, yeah. But I was gonna say, so that means the Dark Bowser and Ink, Dark Bowser and Bowser is the #1 song. All right, alrighty then. Cool.
listened to this song, even though I liked it, I thought it was gonna be on the weaker end of my favorites for the mod. Then came the time when I ranked it for the top 400, and oh my lord, did I end up loving this song. This is another song that uses the regular Bowser chromatic incredibly well. So much so, it is my second favorite use of the vocals, right behind Dog Ear. The instrumental was also fantastic. I love the chiptune used in this song. It's clearly trying to reflect the style of the older Mario games, but interestingly enough, it doesn't really use any of those games' sound fonts. Rather, it uses a custom one where it still has this arcade vibe to it, but it gives the song its own identity that isn't simply just a retro Mario-styled song. I also love how the deeper instruments are subtly played underneath the higher pitched ones, giving the song a fitting boss fight feel to it. But the best part about this track is easily the melodies. Every single turn is filled with so much life and energy, and Bowser's chromatic gives each motif that extra impact that helps the song resonate even more. I adore the way Bowser and BF repeatedly chain off each other's turns before the two have their duets. It allows the flow of the song to continue effortlessly without any sort of stops or interruptions. Also, that one point in the song where one character sings those slide notes in the backing chorus as the other sings the main melody is immensely satisfying to listen to. I think the one part that the song could improve upon is the part after the bridge collapses. Don't get me wrong, it's still good, I just wish it was more intense, and longer, and had a faster tempo. Regardless, this song is still utterly amazing, and it deserves all the praise it gets and then some. I seriously can't think of another song in this OST that is as high of a quality as this. Well, except for one song. That being the only S tier that this mod has to offer.
So I love when like rankers do that, where they try to like build suspense, and it makes it sound like incredibly goofy. I just love the rankings for it, man. Like, I love they try their best to be like, I guess, serious, but like, I don't know, bro. Me included, though. Don't get me wrong. But like, I just love when like FNF rankers, like I love when FNF rankers like try their best to be like, I guess, serious, more so to speak. Like, I guess not serious as term as like documentaries or like I guess not really movie reviews. They're kind of like in a mix of those, but like kind of not really like documentaries. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. You can tell they had fun with it, but they try their best to be like, I guess, serious as possible. And it just comes off as like the most like goofiest, funniest thing you'd ever hear. I just love that. Like a good example for me, like in terms of that aspect, is like someone, I guess, not really like where you can tell they're being comedic. I guess like for example, Jay, and I guess who else? Maybe dang, I can't. Well, maybe like someone like maybe Rosa and MJ, I guess, where they like you can tell they like try I I can't really say try because, to be fair, some of the jokes they be having though, shout outs to them, bro. Better comedian than me, but like, you know what I mean? But like, you can tell, like you can tell they're like you can tell they're trying to be comedic, and you know what I mean? And it just comes off being more fun, like sometimes being more funny than the joke itself. I don't know, like a good example of that is Jay to me. Like you can like when like she doesn't like, I guess, try to explain the joke. She like does the joke, but I feel like the performance of that joke was better than the joke itself, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, for example, in her like BFDI 26, like, was that a DLC? I don't know, but like that like ranking where I guess she was which song was she talking about with that one? I believe it was the one with those like little icons, like, you know, those like, I guess, icons you see on like YouTube and like Instagram, stuff like that, where you don't have a profile picture. I forgot what they call those. Default? Like those, when she was like going through that song, I guess. I feel like like when she was like explaining that one joke, not explaining it, but she was doing that one joke, I felt like the way she said it was funnier than the joke itself. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Like, what am I on?
Showtime!
Dark Immunity. Let's be real, you all knew this was getting the top spot. It's the most popular song in the mod, and for good reason. There is a lot to unpack here, so I'm just going to go through it section by section. Starting with the first phase, we have another song that utilizes the regular Bowser chromatic very well.
I'm sorry, but I also want you know, frick the runtime, bro. If it's gonna be longer than an hour, bro, let it be. But like, I was gonna say, like, is this where Dark Bowser got their Dark Bowser? I'm talking about the person. Is this the reason why they have that, or is it because they like Dark Bowser themselves? Like, I don't know, bro. Just a random question. Let's go.
For Dark Bowser, I love how his vocals are basically a deeper version of the ones used for his normal counterpart. It not only fits him, for obvious reasons, but it allows the song to have its share of low notes while Bowser sings the more higher pitched ones, especially when they duet, which they do a lot in this song. Speaking of melodies, I especially love the way the Koopa Kings just bounce off each other throughout this song. It perfectly represents the two characters taking part in this super intense battle, where neither one is planning on backing down anytime soon. Like Shell Shocker and Rage Party, this track is another one that is directly inspired by an official Bowser theme, with this one obviously being based on the ever iconic In the Final song. Because of this, some of that song's motifs are referenced in here, which I so very much love and appreciate listening to. The instrumental is amazing for two specific reasons. For one, it's essentially a beautiful rendition of the original In the Final song, and considering how much I adore that theme, hearing it here puts the biggest smile on my face. The second reason is because, once again, it incorporates a choir. That chanting they do in the background really adds so much to the finality of this song's tone. It's just overall a perfect instrumental. But then we get to my favorite part of this track, the phase with BF and GF fighting against the Dark Star Corps. First off, that piano that plays right before the section starts is just beautiful, acting as a perfect shift in tone for this song. The rest of the instrumental during this part is no slouch either. I love how it incorporates both the sound fonts and sound effects of Bowser's Inside Story, and the inclusion of that guitar before the part ends is an excellent hype builder as it transitions back to the fight with the two Bowsers. Dark Star Corps' chromatic is perfect here. It's what I expect a Fawful chromatic to sound like, but it still has this monstrous and evil tone to it, perfectly encapsulating how much of a threat he is in this fight. As for GF, like I said before when talking about the tutorial song, I really like her chromatic, and since Dark Immunity is an actual song with tons of melodies, her vocals can finally shine here. The melodies here are fantastic, being incredibly climactic with tons of varying rhythms. I love how whenever Dark Star Corps sings, BF repeats half of that turn, while GF immediately follows up with the rest, making them literally complement each other. The tone of this part is so much more hopeful compared to the sections with Bowser, as if it's portraying BF and GF as this small glimmer of light,
this part.
the only things that could put a stop to these dark forces. The song then builds up in intensity once more, and it shifts back to Bowser's face for the final stretch of the song. It's basically the same as the first part but in a different key, though it's just all around better, containing a lot more energy and emotion, which makes the song even more beautiful to listen to. The way the choir chants as Bowser delivers that final punch to Dark Bowser is just a genius way to cap off the song. Overall, this track is just perfect. It takes everything I love about the other songs in this mod and mixes them together into this absolute spectacle of a finale. I genuinely can't think of a more perfect pick for the number 1 spot on this list than this song.
Awesome sauce, man.
And that was Infernal BOUT. Again, I really like this mod, and I find the overall quality of this OST to be quite strong. Heck, even nowadays I still find its soundtrack to be much better than plenty of other big mods that have released in the recent months. There's just a charm to it that makes me love it so much, which in turn made this video all the more fun to make. Anyway, here's the entire tier list. Like I said, even the...
To be fair, I should probably start doing this. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so it's called Dog Eared. My fault. But I was gonna say I should probably do this where I show the tier list at the end, because I never do that. Because I do the thing where after the video like comes out, maybe in like a few hours or so, I post the tier list on a community page. I should probably just start putting it at the end of the video. Which, to be fair, I probably only do that because I feel like I'm pretty much like say the tiers on my synopsis. I can't really call it a synopsis, but I guess on my final words or something like that. I don't know, but like where I put like my I guess my TLDR, you know what I mean, at the end. I don't know. I should probably just start putting the tier list at the end. I don't know, bro. But honestly, pretty solid tier list, all things considered. To be fair, I haven't listened to this OST in a while, so I can't really speak much on it. But like, hey, I mean, hey, if they like the OST, I'm pretty sure I'll like it. I'm not even gonna lie though. I'd probably have like songs like Rapland, Tutorial, forget like even Rage Party, like those 3 I'd probably have in S tier. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Those 3, I feel like I'd probably have them in my S tiers if I rank this mod though. If y'all want me to, I will. But yeah, I'll let this last part play for a bit.
Worst that this mod has to offer still has its fair share of positives. And yeah, that's it. I want to thank you all for watching my very first in-depth FNF ranking video, and I look forward to making more of these in the future. Speaking of which...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of cool. I was actually really cool, actually. Actually, that was really actually kind of cool, actually. That was really cool, actually. For a first ranking video, that was actually really well done. Honestly, like, I'm honestly really impressed for how good that was for like the first. I can't really say first, but like it's a first in-depth one for them, and honestly, it wasn't even that bad. Honestly, really loved the takes here. I love how he just goes in depth with the choir. For the last few songs, like last few 5 maybe, he just goes like through the choir just through and through. That's pretty good. Honestly, in my opinion, Gigan is still one of the best FNF rankers out there. And for someone who like doesn't post too much in terms of rankings. It feels very much like quality over quantity, and I love that. So shout outs to GIGAN'S for making Peak. I'm your host Mykah / Mikey / Mickey, and I will see you when the next ranking comes out. If that even comes out to begin with.
Mario. Mario.